Good afternoon and welcome back to Asgard and welcome back to all the mods overplay series. So the main thing I've been doing since last episode is a lot of decorating, adding in the glass up there and digging out back here where the ceiling's going to go, and also chiseling out the windows so they kind of have that round shape. Also started adding these, which those are probably going to be, I'm thinking like pictures to kind of break up the monotony of the white wall. And then back in here, I've been very, very busy. I did the top border, and I finished a lot of the wall sections and some of the corner sections down through here and on up into this area, as well as back over in here as well. So quite busy, mainly decorating. Chisels and bits takes a while, but it really is a lot of fun. But today, what I want to work on is going to be RF tools. In this case, I want to start messing with the elevator block. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So the elevator, can it be? I don't believe it can be yeah, it can be infused. So that's another thing I want to cover this episode is infusing. And since we're going to be doing our elevator, we may as well infuse it before we start. So let's go ahead, because I do want to start getting into RF tools a little bit, because I want to make our very own mining dimension. Because for those of you that don't know, this pack actually just got Better Agriculture was removed. And Iron Backpacks was added, which is a really cool backpack mod. We may cover it fairly soon. You can have like different upgrades and stuff to them. There's all different kinds of really nice features to it. We also got Steve's Carts, Steve's Factory Manager, and Funky Locomotion. So we're probably going to use Funky Locomotion fairly soon and make ourselves like a super miner setup. So that'll be a bit of fun, I think. But let's go ahead and take a look at... This is not synchronized. It keeps unsynchronizing every time we update. So, but we're going to want the machine infuser. So we do need some of these dimensional shards. These can only be obtained in RF Tools Dimensions, but since we've already been to one, that's not a problem. So we'll go ahead and grab that. And I think we're just going to set it up. For right now, we'll just put it right over here. I'm actually going to make a room dedicated to RF Tools at some point. So now that we've got that, let's go ahead and make our elevator block. Actually, we'll need a couple of these. So let's grab one. I don't have redstone torches, really. Well, we'll get a stack of them then. And get another elevator block. Thank you. And then let's grab ourselves some dimensional shards. And throw these in there and throw that in. So it's going to slowly infuse it. It does take a minute to do that, and it takes quite a good number of dimensional shards. We'll probably end up automating this so that it'll just always keep like a stack of dimensional shards in it at a time. Yeah, don't stop. Yeah, a stack was 25%, so that's going to take a minute. And then in addition, we're going to want to get ourselves some of these elevator button modules. We'll go ahead and get... Oh, crap. I didn't want another elevator. I'll end up needing it, so it's not really a big issue, but... let's get a couple of these. And let's go ahead and get ourselves a screen. Oops, we're going to need these small machine bases. Let's go ahead and get a stack of them just so that we've got them. And let's get our screen. And we got 3 of them, that's fine. Screen controller, we're going to want that. And let's see how this is chugging along. God, it takes so many dimensional shards. It's ridiculous. And infusing this just increases the range. I'm not terribly concerned about increasing the range on that. So let's get a few more of these dimensional shards, because we're going to have to give this more dimensional shards. That stack should finish off that elevator. And I'm thinking where we're going to put the elevator is going to be right over here, because I want the elevator to connect up to this hallway here. And so basically you'll enter the elevator and then you'll exit out there. So, and if you haven't seen the RF Tools elevator in action, it is a very awesome elevator. For those of you that know me, you know that I love the Pneumaticraft elevator because the sound and everything. But I really love this one as well. This one gives the Pneumaticraft one a run for its money, kind of. Okay, and I got the elevators both infused now, and I went ahead and ran some power lines over. I'll probably end up changing this and doing facades in the wall or something. We'll see. I don't know, because the only thing about facades that we have to watch out for is we can't chisel those. So, but anyway, now that we have our elevators, what you want is you want a base of all the same kind of block. So, sadly, you won't be able to do patterns and stuff, I don't believe, with this, but that's okay. We may end up changing this to glass or something. I think that would look cool. But for now, we're just going to use temple blocks. And what we're going to do, we're going to set our elevator in here, and you need to make sure that the green side faces, you know, the block platform that you're wanting to raise and lower. And then we'll also need to put an elevator up here so that it's, you know, about equal. And keep in mind, you'll want this below floor, or you'll want it right at floor level, so that way you can access the elevator. And then what we can do is we'll set a screen controller like right here, will be fine. And then we'll put a screen, let's see, we'll have, say, the wall come up. Okay, actually I think we're going to put our screen over here. So as of right now, it says it's not connected, it has no power. So what we're going to do is we're just going to scan for it, and it's going to say one connected screen. So now it's connected up. And then what we can do is we can take one of our elevator button modules and put it onto here, and of course we can open this up, and let's say we want larger buttons. Let's say the first floor is going to be, we're going to set it to say start numbering at 1 instead of 0. But if you want your floor to be like floor 0, like it is in Europe, I know it's that way in Europe, you can leave that off. But I'm going to have it say floor 1 is the entryway, let's say. And, oh, by the way, we need to take this elevator button module and shift right click on the elevator that we want to set it to. This will set it to both of those. That just sets it to that line, basically. So anyway, we'll throw that back in there, and you'll notice that it says, well, let's change this up. We're going to say button color is going to be, what color do we want to use? Purple. And current level button will be, actually let's do current level button is white, and there we go. We'll set it to vertical layout so it looks like this. I think it looks better. And then we can use them resembling lights. And then what we'll do is we'll say floor 2 is, I'm just going to say floor 2 for now. Floor 2. And you'll notice it says it's connected to this block. And by the way, these can have up to 8 floors that they connect up to. And yeah, so now that that's connected up, if we hit floor 2, whoops, left click, you'll notice it starts going up. So that works. Now we need another screen though. So what we'll do is we'll bring, say, this up. Oops. Like this. And let me go grab some more alabaster really quick. And just like that. And we'll head on over here. I'm going to have to add like a teleport like right outside the elevator door. I do believe fairly quickly. We'll set this screen right here. I don't know if this is going to connect. Yes, it does. Okay. I can't remember the base range on those. And then this one, of course, we'll throw an elevator module in here. Whoops. Let's actually shift right click it. And you can honestly, I've tested it and played with it. Like this one down here, you could set it to this elevator and so on. It can be on any of these. So just a heads up on that. And we'll go ahead and set this, let's say, entryway. And we'll say floor 2. We're going to do vertical, large, and let's go ahead and set it to purple. And the current floor, we had it as white, correct? Oops, passed it. So let me set it like that. And that looks good. I like it. So now if we hit, let me make sure everything in this is set really quick. Yep, looks good. So if we set it, if we hit floor 2, of course it's going to take off. And now you'll notice that floor 2 highlights, that's the current floor that it's on. So let's go back down to the entryway. And there we go. So, and if you want to see the way this runs when we're not standing on it, just kind of moves up. So I'm thinking like a glassed in area here would look really cool. And then if we did like maybe a glass floor with like maybe some water down below it. I've got to kind of play around with the idea and everything. Of course, decorating, I've got a ton of stuff on my plate. There is another mod. There's a tech mod that we're going to play with. Sadly, at the moment, it doesn't have a lot of included features. Really, at the moment, it's mainly just ore doubling and a smelter and some little things like that. But we're going to be using it for decor in some of the rooms. I'm not going to use it heavily in like all the rooms because it doesn't really match all the rooms' themes. But there is one room in particular that we're going to be using it. So we'll probably get into that before too long. Now let's go ahead and set ourselves up a call system for this. So let me get a couple things together. Okay, I went ahead and set up the one down here. But the way we're going to set this up is we'll, of course, just put a screen on here. And let's go ahead and scan for it. There we go. We got it. And then we'll put in a button module. And I'll probably spruce these up a little bit and say like elevator, floor, blah, blah, blah. And have some text and everything. Oh, whoops. Before I add that button module, let me go ahead and put down a redstone receiver right here to link those up, and then we'll shift right click with our button module on there, and now we'll throw it in there. We'll say we're not going to put a label. We're just going to tell the button that it is call elevator, and we'll leave it just like that. So we have this nice little thing. We can also change the color. We'll go ahead and set it to purple, since we're kind of using that around the base. And so now, all we need to do is we need to use our insulated redstone conduit and just link those up. And now if we hit call elevator, you'll see that it comes up here. We can step on and say, like, go to the entryway. And the same thing set up down here with the call elevator system here as well. So very nice. And another really nice thing about this is you'll notice that it emits a redstone signal when the elevator is at that floor. So another thing that we can do just really quickly is let's kind of dig this out just a little bit. And we'll run, let's see, We'll run it over to here. And see, I think if we set it up like this, make sure that's connected. Then if we were to grab, say, some doors, let's go with... so then what we can do is we can just plug in some insulated redstone conduit to this line. So it's going to have a connection anytime that, this elevator's in place. And we'll tell this conduit to emit a strong signal. And I may end up changing these doors. We'll see. Let me actually fill this back in. And so then what we can do is we can say, go to floor 2. Those doors are going to shut when the elevator's not at the right position. And if we go down to the entryway, they'll open up for us. So, very, very nice. And there we go. It shuts for us. If we call the elevator, it will kind of do that because it gets a redstone pulse. I may adjust it so that it only... Maybe it only does it when it has like a full signal for a second. It wouldn't be that bad to adjust. Actually, we might be able to... Or no, this is the redstone side, huh? Yes. I wonder... Let's check something really, really quickly here. So if I connect it up like this... and we send it to the floor 2. I don't know if it only accepts a redstone signal from the back. That's kind of what I'm curious about. No? We can call it. So that's what I'll do. Yeah, that works perfectly. Yeah, so what we can do is we can just adjust this so that the redstone signal comes out from this side, but only when the elevator's in place. So now, if we send it up to floor 2, these doors are going to shut. Call elevator, and the doors don't open until they get here. So, very, very nice. So basically we just have, the separate line. The back side is the redstone output, so whenever the elevator's there, it's going to output that redstone signal from the back side. And then it seems like the redstone signal can come in at any side to activate the elevator. So now we have a working elevator. I'm going to put another one over on this side, pretty much in the same spot that goes up to the second floor up there. Of course, we can also just use this cross bridge, but mainly for symmetry and everything. We'll have elevators here, and then we'll probably have some out, more around the midsection for each wing of the base as well. So, and those elevators are also going to go up to possibly a 3rd floor, because we're probably going to have an area where we can walk around at the top, and plus there will be the towers and everything out here as well. So, but yeah, I actually like that RF Tools elevator a lot. A lot. So, very happy to be able to play with that and everything. I still need to build out the floor through here. I'm actually kind of curious, if we were to say go to floor 2, is it going to pull down this section of the floor? No. Okay, cool. It doesn't. Awesome. So that's great. That is great. So anyway, I do believe it's just about wrapping up point, so I think I'm going to end the episode out here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and and if you found it helpful, or if you enjoyed the video, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already for more daily videos. The elevator is a fairly newer block for RF Tools. I want to say it was added not too long ago, I think. I'd have to double check on that, but I think it's fairly new. Actually, my first time ever playing with it anyway. So I'm so used to pneumatic-craft elevators and Thaumcraft levitators and stuff like that. So, but anyway, as always though, if you have any questions about it, be sure to let me know, and I will do my best to help you out. I just felt like we needed some way to actually change floors other than just, our staff of traveling. It works, but I like having an elevator present in the base as well. So, But yeah, so next episode we will work on something fun. I don't know what it is, what it's going to be yet, but I'm going to continue working and building and decorating and all that good stuff. I want to start working on the south wing fairly soon and finishing work on a lot of work in this area. I actually think I've come up with a design I want to use for these windows, so I may start messing about with that. But yeah, so I hope you guys join me for that. And until then, as always, do take care. And I hope to see you guys next time.